Hello YouTube. I am working on a 1999 Dodge Intrepid, and today's task is to try to fix the corrosion on the battery cable here. As you can see, it's quite corroded and it looks like it's been repaired before. It's got a different battery terminal than what came from the factory. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to showcase a tool that was sent to me for evaluation purposes. And the tool that was sent to me is this iCrimp battery terminal crimper set. This is a neat little kit. It comes with an assortment of ring terminals here that have the 3/8 opening as well as the 5/16. It ranges from 1/0 all the way down to 8 wire gauge. Pretty neat kit to just have in the toolbox, really. It's got the cutter, it's got the crimper with the multiple dies to handle the wire gauges I was just talking about. Has a bag of the heat shrink, the stripper, the cable sheath stripper, as well as an extra blade for it. My goal today is to take this 4-gauge cable that I bought from the hardware store, as well as this battery clamp here, and use this iCrimp tool to repair the cables that are in the vehicle here. So what I've done here is I've removed the air filter box housing. I loosened the hose clamp that holds it to the resonator of sorts over there, and the air box is also held into the fender right here with one of these plastic fasteners, and we use my favorite panel tool to pull this out, and then the air box simply pulls out of the vehicle. The next thing I did was I disconnected the negative side of the battery, which is normally right here, held in with a 15mm nut. There is this little hole right here with my index finger that you can set the cable on so that it's out of the way and it remains isolated. And now I'm just going to try to get all of this stuff worked loose. So it's one of the cables that are free now. And then here's the main one that goes to this jump start port. I'll go ahead and remove the battery clamp here. Here's the old clamp, which is one of these styles where you put the bare cable through, and then these stupid little felt washers that I feel have never actually done anything. So now I've got this battery cable here that I need to remove so that we can fashion up a new one. We'll need a 15mm here on the jump start terminal to loosen that off. So here we go. This other cable here, I think we can cut down. It looks like a number 6 cable. We can cut this off, get to a good copper, and put a new stud on it. This other cabling looks okay. So we'll get you back to the bench and we'll go ahead and make another one of these. All right, so we've got the cable on the workbench. I was originally going to just replace this with a new section of this stuff from the store, but it turns out this number 4 here is smaller than was here originally. I think this is a number 2. Not a big problem. There's enough slack here that I can cut the end off, strip out a little bit, and crimp on a new end using the kit from iCrimp. So we'll go ahead and use the included wire cutters to see how well these things cut. So I'm going to just try to lop off a little bit here just to see what this cable looks like. Alright, looks like we're down to good copper. So now that we've got the corroded end chopped off of here, we can use the included cable sheath cutter here to get this so we have some copper stripped down at appropriate length for this terminal here. So right about here. Never used this tool before. This is the first time I've used it, so we'll see if I can figure it out. Okay, easy enough. Okay, it looks like that stripped off. Let's see if it's stripped off enough here. I'm going to strip off a little bit more. Okay. Hard part's making sure you don't have any stray strands. Okay, that's good. So all of the strands are in. We have a little bit of strands showing here, so that's good. That shows you that you've got the cable fully inserted here. I'll go ahead and reorient this the way I want it, and we'll get the crimper set up. So as you can see here, the crimpers are currently set up for 4 gauge. So we'll go ahead and reset that to 2. So just open the crimpers, and I'm assuming you could just spin this around, yep, till it points to the number 2 position. Then from here, we'll just put it on the connector there and let her rip. See if I could do this. Kind of difficult. Wish I had my assistant here. Kind of difficult to do this on camera. Okay, what I'll do is I'll kind of get it set up here. Get it set up against the bench here, like so. And then ensure that the cable is inserted all the way, and we'll go ahead and run the crimper down. So there's the first crimp. That's already pretty good on here. I'm going to give it a second crimp further down. Okay, we're further down now. All right, as you can see, I've got 2 crimps now. That connection is solid. So now we'll use the included heat shrink. We'll find one here that's, oh, it's even, we got red and black pieces here. So I've looked over all of the heat shrink pieces. They all appear to be the same. They're not labeled. So I'll just go ahead and slip it over this right here and see if it'll shrink down enough to cover this 2 gauge wire. Very nice. So as you can maybe see, I'm not going to stick my hand on it because it's still hot. I'll try to get it to focus here. You can see a little bit of glue coming out of the heat shrink. So these are actually glue lined heat shrink pieces, which is what we want for this application, being that it's, you know, under the hood of a vehicle. I got it shrunk down enough. It shrunk down enough for this number 2 cable. I'm pretty happy with that. So that should be a good quality connection there. So, all right, as you can see here, I've got plenty of slack on this cable to make it to the battery post here. So we'll use the included cutters here. Again, it's just kind of awkward getting things set up with just myself here. So go ahead and snip this off. Okay, as you can see, that went well. We'll strip off enough here to see how we're doing, if we need to cut some more to get to a good point here with clean copper. Not quite happy with that. But for comparisons, I got my trusty old Klein cutters. Go ahead and nip this off, see how it goes. So I'd say the included cutters here are the same amount of effort as my Kleins here. So go ahead and do this again. All right, I like where that's at. Okay, that's where I want it. Now we'll set these up to number 6. Do a second crimp there. Check our, yep. So we got it crimped. Now just roll the heat shrink up. Let's see if this heat shrink can actually shrink down to number 6. The heat shrink that was included with the kit was able to shrink down to this number 6 cable. I'm going to let it cool down, and then we'll proceed with putting the vehicle back together. Tight. So what I'll do is I'll zip tie this cable here just to have some better cable management, and we're pretty much done aside from tightening this and putting the negative terminal back on. So just electrical grease. I like to smother over the lead connections and whatnot, just to give it a fighting chance here against our corrosive environment here in Alaska. I am pretty pleased with this kit. I like that it included pretty much everything I needed today to get the old Dodge Intrepid battery cables situated. Basically, the only real complaint that I have about it is the heat shrink. I wish they would have labeled, as to what sizes it's good for, but I don't know what the shrink ratio is. So if that information would be provided, that would be a bonus. Definitely a kit worth looking at. I'm glad to have this in my arsenal now. And as you can see, it helped me get the job done. I would like to extend thanks to iCrimp for sending me this kit for evaluation and for me to do a product review on. And I'd like to thank you for sticking around and watching this video. If you like this kit and are interested in other products that iCrimp provides, check out the affiliate link in the video description below, and be sure to use my discount code so that you can get a discount on your next purchase. Stay tuned for more videos like this. I've got another iCrimp tool that I will be evaluating here soon, and I'll probably be using this one again in a future video. It seems like I'm dealing with a lot of corroded battery cables and other types of cables that are just needing to be crimped properly. So with that, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.